Which Marvel Rivals skin or character is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below and why before I jump this video off, because I already know I'm going to be called a gooner. That seems to be the new generation's favorite word when you like girls, I guess, or girl skins or girl art, whatever. That's usually what they call you. Well, I don't care. Because back in the day, they would just call you thirsty, I guess. And it is what it is. I feel like this video has to be made. And I'm going to be as respectful as possible making this video. Because I personally feel that now with Marvel Rivals and it coming out, there's been a huge shift in gaming and storytelling where gamers and the developers are embracing femininity, not feminism, femininity, female energy with their characters in the same vein as other countries like Japan, like Korea, like China. Now it's not all of them. It's not all of them. It's not every single country like all off the bat. It's different companies that make different games. I understand that. And trust me, I'm not one of those guys that gets upset because a girl character in a video game looks a little bit more or less feminine, I guess, is probably the best way to say that, and I get upset. No, as long as it's got something to do with the story and its purpose, and it's meaningful, and it makes sense, like a post-apocalyptic wasteland or something, then that's fine. I don't care at that point, or something along those lines, you know, as long as it makes sense. But there was that game that came out, and it came and went, and it was so unimaginative and just so boring that I don't even remember the name of it, but it was almost like Overwatch, and it was out for a day or two, and then it got completely dropped because it made all its characters incredibly ugly. If you remember the name of this game, put it in the comment section. But back to my main point. I feel like Marvel Rivals really has shifted something where people want that femininity back. They like that. And it's not just that. Make the guys as muscular and as masculine as possible as well. It's both. And that's what they're doing. They're doing that in Marvel Rivals. I mean, Namor is just one character that really exudes that. But there are a lot of female characters in Marvel Rivals that really are just so empowering and so feminine. Now, Scarlet Witch was my favorite until Squirrel Girl. I saw Squirrel Girl. I love Squirrel Girl, but I think the one that really has shifted the entire playing field and has brought up this conversation is Invisible Woman. Or more importantly, Malice, which is her... And I'm not going to pretend to know the lore here because I don't know anything about the lore. But I do know that it's the same character, I guess. At some point she goes bad, similar to Jean Grey or something. So there you go. You get Malice. And she looks like it's very faithful to the original design, if not better. It improves on it. But at the exact same time, it really has that feminine energy. It doesn't shy away from the curves, the beauty, everything. And you can't even say that Marvel Rivals is just promoting an image of something that people can't get these days, or women can't get these days, when you have a girl like Squirrel Girl on there that people love, who's a little bit bigger. And people like that. It's just about feminine energy. And that's exactly what Marvel Rivals is absolutely riding on. It's that feminine energy. They're pushing it, they're promoting it through their characters, and Malice and Invisible Woman are their ambassadors, I guess. The designs are fantastic. Okay, that was I didn't mean to pun. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, but they're fantastic. Invisible Woman and just the entire Fantastic Four team, their design with their outfits is really, really cool with the latches and stuff like that. It feels like something for Marvel Rivals and unique to Marvel Rivals, but not too overdone, right? And then you have Malice. Again, I already talked to you guys about it. Malice improves on the original design. The original design it's still the same thing, her butt's hanging out or whatever, because she's a superhero, or supervillain, I guess. But at the same time, it improves on it by making her look more like Silent Hill, like she'd be at home in Silent Hill or Resident Evil or something. But it improves on it, and that's why there's so much fan art on this character, and that's why a lot of artworks and artists and all that stuff is surrounding Marvel Rivals right now. It's promoting the game without having to pay for advertising, because your characters are clean, they're cool, they're faithful, they're improved on the original designs, and again, they're embracing both masculine and feminine energy, which is great. And I'm not saying that there is any problem with not doing that, but I feel like there's been a artificial push in the last 10 years to get us in that direction, which is, again, it's artificial. That's why it's so easily Marvel Rivals came in and swept with just respecting and honoring those two energies, in my opinion. That's the way that it came out, and I love it. I love the game. The game is fantastic. The game is great. This is something that I feel that Fortnite, and I know everyone here already knows that I praise Fortnite a lot. I love Fortnite. It's my favorite game of all time at this point. I play Fortnite every other day, if not every day, at least one match. And that's something that they super understand, and they also are the ones that have been promoting this just kind of an array of positivity. Now they have characters that are more androgynous, of course, skins that are androgynous, or are a little bit more, as a female, a little bit more masculine, or a male, a little bit more feminine. That's perfectly fine. But when they drop a beautiful skin, like who's the little devil skin that's out right now? I forget her, Nemia, I think her name is. Like, she drops and she promotes the season on her own, and she's just a skin that dropped in the item shop because of how pretty she is. All the artwork and all the fan art and everything that's coming out from the community for her is free publicity for Fortnite for this season, and that's what it does. And so I feel like we're just getting into a whole new era where there is a huge promotion of femininity and honestly, and to a lesser extent, but it's coming, masculinity, in a positive sense, because I feel like masculinity in the last 10 years or so has been seen as negative, which is not fair. And I feel like femininity, too much femininity, has just been forgotten, basically, or just been shunned in the corner. It's a new age. Now we are going back to having those two things be honored and be promoted in a positive way, which is great. And again, they're gonna call you gooner for saying stuff like that or whatever, which is still a funny word to me, because goon, like the original meaning for goon, is like a thug. And then when I was younger, goons are like, just I guess your henchmen, kind of, these henchmen, like. So it's funny that the word has changed to now mean this. Again, back in the day, they would just call you thirsty or whatever. But back in the day, for me, that wasn't even. Goon is such a new word. Back in the day, would have been like shit. A couple of years ago, honestly, times have changed. I understand that. Trust me, I get it. But the meanings are the same. I understand. But if you have a problem with this change, I mean, you can have those issues on your own. You can voice those issues. It's fine. I mean, shit, perfectly fine. It's a free country. I'm in the U.S., by the way. Free country, freedom of speech. But my freedom of speech is that Marvel Rivals is really doing something positive here. And I think if they just continue going down this route of making faithful characters that are upgraded in a sense, that promote masculine and femininity, we're going to be great. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.